We're going to cover my initial impressions over the Mega Box event and other new features coming along with this update. So first, let's talk about the 3 new game modes. The first one is called Mirror Match, where basically your team and the opponent team are the same brawler. It's pretty goofy and fits in line with the Mega Box event. I also really like the fact that only the OG brawlers are included with only their initial star power. With that being said, is it going to be a permanent thing? Probably not. I think it'll get a bit repetitive. The next one is Drum Roll. The gimmick is basically you have to kill a certain brawler to progress through this line of brawlers, and killing a brawler turns you into that brawler. The idea of the game mode's okay, but I think it'll be in the same category as something like Hunters in terms of memorability. In fact, I had to search up the name of that game mode because I forgot what it was. The last one is more in line with the later Paint Brawl season. When I first reacted to it, this is what I said, which basically sums the entire premise of the game mode.
This mode, players battle it out to cover the map with paint. The team with the most percentage of the map covered.
Yeah, this one, you have to throw this. Wait, what even is this thing? Okay, for legal purposes, let's call this an octopus. So, you have to throw this octopus to paint the map. Killing brawlers will also help with this. Basically, you just have to reach 100% before your enemy team. It's simple. I'll have to see how fun this will be to play. Honestly, I'm not too excited about these game modes, but what many people seem excited about though is the Mega Box event, which we'll get to later. There are 2 brawlers coming, an epic and a mythic. The epic brawler is Barry, completing Mandy and Chester's trio. His main attack is similar to Barley's, where he throws a projectile that damages enemies over time, but I think his radius is a little smaller than Barley's. His main attack also heals teammates, which charges his super. Honestly, I think that's the main gimmick for this brawler, the healing attribute. His super is just kind of like a charge where he leaves ice cream behind him as a trail, kind of like Fang. I think this brawler is okay. It's kind of a reskin Barley. I think it's based on if you like Barley or Barry's attributes more. But I don't know how useful these things are going to be, because as I'm recording this, I don't have any other info about the toolkit other than the Brawl Talk. Okay, this is me from the future. So apparently Barry's main attack lasts 6 seconds, and each second is a damage tick. So I don't know what's the point of using Barley after this update. Yeah, he's pretty busted. The mythic brawler for the Paint Brawl season is Clancy. His main attack is pretty basic, and super is kind of just a wide spread of bullets. The effectiveness of his super depends on his stage. The first stage, which is the default, gives him a simple 1 bullet attack with the super I mentioned before. Once you upgrade him, he's in the second stage. It doubles the bullets shot by his main attack, and his super has a wider range. Third stage, he shoots bullets diagonally for his main attack, and he's fast when he's using his super. Yeah, I don't know. How do you upgrade him? By hitting your shots. Initially, I thought this was another Surge copy, but I guess there's some things different. Like I said, it's hard to judge a brawler solely based on his basic kit, but I think his role will entirely depend on his other utilities, like gadgets. By the way, if you're glad Mandy's menu music is going to be back this update, make sure to subscribe. And if you don't, subscribe. Please. Okay, so while we're on the topic of brawlers, let's talk about the hypercharges. I'm going to rush through each one and give them a ranking. Angela. His super follows him. Simple, yet really good for him. S tier. Piper. Poops out even more bombs. That's pretty much it. D tier. Ems. Pushes brawlers away, then sprays them. I can already tell this is going to be really annoying. S tier. Rico. Just a Godzilla mutation. Just because I hate him because of this event, I'm giving it an F tier. Gale. Just a Godzilla mutation. Just because I hate him because of this event, I'm giving it an F tier.
Oh, but the super fires twice, so it's different.
And Barley's hypercharge is completely overshadowed by Barry, so that's another F tier. Thankfully, hypercharges will be easier to get during this update because of the Mega Box event. Before talking about that though, let's get into Frank's rework. The rework was pretty minor compared to other reworks Brawl Stars has done before. Basically, the lower the health, the faster the main attack. I thought his delay would be reduced, maybe like a little bit, but no, he's just a machine gun when he's at low health. It's actually so broken. Some of you guys might have noticed that I didn't talk about Frank's hypercharge. Now we're gonna talk about it. Yeah, his hypercharge is wild. I'd imagine his hypercharge wouldn't be too hard to charge with the right matchup, just because him charging super takes like 2 shots anyway. Yeah, the hypercharge is crazy though. It covers like 1/8 of the map, and is especially OP when paired with this gadget where the hypercharge can't be stopped. You practically need a brawler that dodges over his attack entirely, like Edgar or Lily. So yeah, I don't think I have to point out the fact that it's going to be a Frank apocalypse, so watch out, especially with all the pay to win people who are going to buy the hypercharge before it's available for coins. Okay, let's finally talk about the Mega Box event. One of the biggest selling points in this update is the Mega Box event, which has a similar concept to the Godzilla event. I have a lot to go over, so strap in. You obtain Mega Boxes via Starr tokens, which are from game modes, special quests, and challenges. When you open these Mega Boxes, you can get the usual rewards, Most notably, you can get skins, and the most notable of that is the 3 new hypercharge skins. So let's talk about them. The original is called Sovereign Rico, and you can get it guaranteed if enough boxes are opened. And this is what I had to say when I initially reacted to this.
A new hypercharge skin, recolored and remodeled classic skins.
Bro, I really
and the
hate
return
hypercharge
of
skins.
Why did I say this? Well, first let's talk about the fact that these cost 699 gems if you were to pay for them. To put that into perspective, you can buy the best El Primo skin, which is El Corazon by the way, 8 times with gems still left over than if you buy one hypercharge skin. I find it really weird that a legendary skin is 299 gems, but just because there's a hypercharged model, they charge more than double the amount to buy it. Anyway, this is what I said about what I think Brawl Stars is trying to do.
So I feel like what Brawl Stars is doing, right? They're just playing hypercharged skins in order to like generate more hype to get that skin because, you know, it's a literal 700 gem skin, right?
In the Godzilla event, you were guaranteed at least one hypercharge skin, which was joining a club and opening eggs. This generates retention. I mean, just look at how many views this got. Also, by the way, I find this skin lazy. Like, come on, it's just loaded Rico, like they say here.
It's a reimagining of the iconic loaded Rico skin and comes loaded with visual upgrades, including a special form when in the hypercharge state.
At least with Godzilla Buzz, it was unique because it was a collaboration and all of that. And one more thing before I move on. Why are skin chroma still so expensive even if you have the original hypercharge skin? I might upset some people here, but honestly, I believe the Mega Box is just glorified star drops. I have to say it. I mean, all the loot you can get from the new box, you can also get from a star drop. And note that yes, I have played Brawl Stars when Mega Boxes still existed. I know what they feel like. I'm not saying the event isn't cool, but boxes back then were basically the only form of progression. In today's era, progression is spread all over the place. In addition, this Mega Box is completely different from the Mega Box before. You can get skins, profile icons, and pins you'll never use. The glowing rectangle doesn't mean anything anymore. The rewards you get from boxes will be better than before, but getting a 6 from a Mega Box during this event is totally different than before. In fact, you don't need to get a 6 to get a glowing rectangle. If you don't understand what I mean, let me give you a quick rundown. Usually in boxes, you will roll 5 items excluding coins, and these were all power points for 5 specific brawlers. But if you got a 6 or higher, you were guaranteed something special, like a new brawler, or, well, I guess the glowing really only meant a new brawler back then. This was when no creds existed, so this was the only way to unlock brawlers. So, to sum it all up, this event is to generate hype for both the new and OG player, and this event serves similar purposes to the Godzilla event previously. Okay, that was a lot. If I didn't talk about anything else in this update, it's because I didn't really care about it, to be honest. But let me quickly go over the things I didn't cover. The Mega and Chester reworks are cool, but I don't really play those brawlers. I really like the social improvements, but I feel like Brawl Stars has to redesign the main UI. It's getting a bit too cluttered now. The double XP event is really neat. Hank, let me know what you guys think about this update, or something that you had a different opinion on. See you in the next one.